everybody, hello. Can you hear me? I call it, can you hear me? My people, can you hear me? Do a little adjusting here, guys. How are we doing? Can you hear me? Yep. All right. Well, maybe we just do a little bit of this.
WIP Wednesdayz, a Wowwy'z workshop.
Oh, yeah. Sing it to me one time. Sing it to me two. There we go, you guys. A little bit of an intro there for you. How we all doing? Can you hear me? Well, I typed the whole sentence. Amy Joe is here. Hello, sister. Spike is here. Suzanne is here. Grumpy is here. My brother is here. Darren is here. Happy frickin' day. Happy day. Ciao. So, as you guys can see, as I nudge myself, just give me a second here, guys. Sorry for the wobbling. Get everything into perspective. So, first, thank you all for being here. Tarek is here. Hello, sir. Now, this thing, I have to be a little bit more closer over here. Sorry for the movement again. Okay. I'll go like this with that one. And I'll go like that. Okay. We're gonna have to see if we can make it go with that for now. Ooh. So as you can see, I've been doing a little, well, I've been fricking everything up is what I've been doing. Because I've been marking out my marks to try and make everything mathematically pleasant and even, as we OCD artists like to do. Who else we got? Chris is here. Spike is here. I'm here for just finishing up some emails and I'll be here 100%, Suzanne says. Thank you, Suzanne. Tarek is here. My brother is here. Happy times. Happy day. That looks a little bit... Let me just move this a bit. That way? Yeah. Right, that's a bit better. Now, if I can just move this a little bit more over that way. Wonder if I should have went in the old landscape mode. Well, we're just going to make the best of it, man. We're going to make the best of it. Yes, hello until it's gone carving. That's Wheels, bro. One of the mod squads. Tarek is here. Sorry, guys, I'm just reading here. So, as you can see, we're working along here. Working away. After doing some talking with the admins of the Kindred Spirits Woodcarvers, a couple of them did express their thoughts with that the K didn't look much like a K at first glance. Oh, Steve's here. Hello, Steve. Steve Ince from the Kindred Spirits Woodcarvers group. Thank you for coming, sir. Yes, I'm just yelling at everybody. Getting this show on the road. And I can see here I need to come out a bit with that and just make that. So yes, a couple of the admins mentioned that it didn't really look like a K off first glance. And I don't want that. We all have to be happy with our logo. So I'm just doing a little bit of adjusting in there. And then there, that'll probably read better. And then I'm just trying to frickin' figure out these letters. I've been measuring it out, but I swear sometimes, man, when I just go when I just go Wowie styles, it's a lot better for me when I start making everything exactly exact, and then it just goes, I don't know, goes sideways for an old Wowie here. But that's looking okay, I think. It's weird. I gotta look through the computer. Yeah, I think that's. You see, these things like this, like these little tiny curves. When you're doing stuff like that, you're setting yourself up for some. Because if you don't get them just right on each one, it'll kind of look wonky. But I can finish all that stuff later on. What we got to do here is just keep on keeping on and making progress. I also want to work a little bit here and give our wise old protector wood spirit a bit more work here in his wrinkles up here. And like I mentioned to everybody before, I want to go just crazy shading with this guy, but I gotta wait. And then once I get the main outline done and we're all happy with it, and then we'll take pictures, really, really good pictures of it, because it could then be digitized. And after I take the good pictures, then I can go all guns a-blazing with my shader. Because that's how I want to do it. I want to finish it in pencil, and then add color, hopefully digitally. And so I've been looking at it through pictures, because if I stare at it too long with my eyes, things kind of go crazy. But if I can look at a picture of it later, I can really analyze it. Suzanne's back, or maybe Steve's here, the carving wizard. Hey, Perry's here. Yes, everybody. Can you zoom in on my eyes are old? LOL. I can't. Well, I could lower it. I could lower the. Would you like me to lower it a bit, Spike? Shall I lower it a little bit? Here. Oh. Perry says, yes, I feel so far away. Okay, I can lower it a bit. I just won't be able to, I might have to do some of this. I'll do my best. I'll lower it a tiny bit here, guys. Excuse the wobble. How's that? A little bit better? Cool. Okay, guys. So, yes. So, I've been in here trying to figure it out. The Kindred, the spirits, I'm good with space. But the Kindred has more wider, spirits has the two eyes, right? So I save space in those spots. But Kindred are DRED. So that's going to go out farther this way. So I just got to make my way over, slowly but surely. But I'm thinking more for the live purposes. I'll work on old Mr. Wizard here. Because I don't know if I mentioned before, but when I'm doing stuff, excuse me, I just about choked. When I'm doing stuff like this, these weird, the lettering and stuff, if I can be sitting on my butt, cross-legged on the floor, or on the couch, pulled out couch, and then get right over top of it, I have a better time, because right now I'm standing at the illustration station, right? So yeah, that's what's happening. Get him over there so you guys can see. I still wish it was a bit more. You know what I could maybe do? You know what? Let's try something here. If I went like this, and then switch this. Actually, no, that's not a good idea. Oh, I know what I'm thinking. Okay, if I switch this around and put the clips on this side, I can move it closer to you guys, okay? Watch. Oh, what fun it is. On a Wowwy live stream tonight. All right, now that's a bit better. All righty. Ow. Tiny mushrooms. You gonna take some mushrooms there, Amy Joe? I'd love to see the art you produce if you did that. Even better now, Spike says, okay, great. Because I'm still seeing it as kind of yeah, that's more level. So I have to do that. My goodness, eh? My goodness gracious. Now we're in the optimal zone. Good. Good, I like that. So looking at it, it almost looks like my P's a bit slanted there on this line. So I'm gonna have to fix that. It sure is good to like look at it through the computer screen. Yeah, I just have to smarten that up a tiny bit. Little tiny things, eh? That can throw the eye off. So how's everybody doing out there? Hope everybody is having a great time. Spring is finally moseying around, eh? Thank frick. So I was about to lose my frickin' lid. Well, it hasn't been snow here. It's just our rainy season, right? So winter's our very, very rainy season, and yeah, I just need the sun, man. Wowwy is a sun baby. And I was out there yesterday, and my goodness, was I ever happy. Yeah. Okay. Looking all right. Looking all right. So, like I said, I did that with the top there. I can see that line is not perfectly up and down. But, and I hope it looks good because I've pushed hard up there, and like I've said before, if I push too hard, I damage the paper, and I shouldn't do that. I should be drawing all this stuff in really, really lightly at first, but it's one of my bad habits as a pencil artist. I get excited and I just I holler in there, and then you got a freaking Grand Canyon crescent in your paper. Craden Carves, evening all. Hello, Craden. Christopher Creations is here. No mushrooms, I'm hungry. My pack's dried up. Hello. Hello, Chris. How you doing, brother? Oh, is Barry here? Spike says, me too, old heavy hands tricks. Yes. Yes. It's the heavy hands. You get in there and you just get too excited. Spike knows. Spike's a really good drawer, guys. Everybody out here that come into Wowwy'z are awesome artists one way or another. One medium or another, I should say. So that's okay. That's going, so far that's good. And now I'm thinking too, like on the bottom here, should I, at the bottom of this P, should I have it kind of turn into a branch and back here have a leaf to fill up this S? Or am I gonna do, is it too much? I would like to know you guys' thoughts on that, if I should do that with that. It's not fucking, whoops. There, I swore. I'm sorry if Ali is watching this. I am sorry for the language. But I could go back there. I could have a branch come off the bottom of that P, come up behind and have a little tiny leaf. Now Trent can draw. Oh, my goodness. Can Trent Humphreys ever draw? You know, all my life I've been pretty confident with the old pencil. But then you come across somebody like Trent Humphreys and it's just like, I feel like I'm an absolute beginner again, looking at his stuff and what he can do with the light and the shadows, and it's just amazing, man. He is crazy good. If you guys haven't, he's a Trenty. Well, no, Trenty might be his YouTube handle. Trent Humphreys. If you type that in, you'll be able to find him. Mark. Oh, Mark tries to carve is here. Hello, Mark. Yes. Yes, sir. From New Zealand. Mark is here. Yeah, he's super talented, eh, Spike? Crazy, crazy good. And also on this, what is it called? Emin. What are the little mushrooms that have the weird little lumps on top? Are they called Emin? How about having the branch across the bottom with the letters growing from it? Oh, that's a cool idea. Could do that. Mold them all kind of together. It's anything is possible, especially when you're doing it with the old pillow, right? Nothing so much as that you have that. You have that chance to go back and fix things. But as you can see, I keep fiddle frickin'. I can fiddle frick forever with those letters, man. So I'll try not to get too distracted with that. But all in all, I'm really starting to love this old guy. I think he's really cool. But man, oh man, do I ever want to jump in there and just go shading crazy. It's like a crazy weird itch that I just can't get at. Yeah, this little mushroom. So over here on my other pewter, where did that go? Yeah, here it is. So I got a little bit of reference, a little reference picture there. And I was thinking just a couple of those weird little, so there would be like magic mushrooms, liberty caps, root systems, says Taylor Mink. Hello, Taylor Mink. How you doing? Yeah, root system is neat. I like that. I'm digging it. Wowwy'z, says Amy Jo. It looks amazing, bro, says Spike. You know me do. Oh, Spike, do you want to see a sneak peek of the book? Amy Jo is carving another one of her amazing books, guys, and she's giving Spike a sneak peek, and I want one later too. Please. Yeah, you see like that mofo right up here. So if I measure that, I wanted it to be at 1/2 inch. So this one has to be at 1/2 inch too, or it ain't gonna look right. And that's the madness that starts to happen here. So that was just a tiny bit. That was just a tiny bit off. And now I go in there. Take that darkness away. Stand back. My goodness. This crap will make me go crazy. I can fiddle frick with that later. I just gotta stop because I can't get right over top of it. So we'll just keep working on this guy. Sorry guys. This is the mad way I create is just doing my best to. So yeah, I want some kind of, I don't know how it'll come off of here yet, but I want some twisty, yeah, maybe a twist across here. I just need some movement underneath there. Slowly but surely, he will come to be. And then I was thinking down here to just kind of have a couple flowy lines. Coming off of his lip. And then another question I was going to ask you guys. Should these letters have like wood grain in it? Or would that be going too crazy? Tim List is here. Hello, Tim. Thank you for popping by. Grumpy is here with some mushrooms, digging the happy mushroom. Hello, Shrimp Alfredo. Isn't that a cute little bugger? Let's have a look at him. Hello! Hello! Sorry about that. Be right back. Well, hello, Tim. That would be cool, Larry, says Suzanne. I'll send you a pic of my Etsy logo, bro, and you can see what that wood looks like. Okay, cool. Because, yeah, I would like some ideas. Because, you know, like for here, for instance, I can put a knot right there. Right? Well, let's just try it. I'll put a little weird little knot there. And then you feel me? I'll shade it a tiny bit, but I won't push down crazy hard just in case. Let's see what that looks like. Maybe I don't need such a dark dot, but you guys catch my drift. Just a little bit of that woody. Yeah. You know, just a little bit of a little touch of a little woody, you know? And I can do that up here, and we'll see. We'll see if these letters need that. But for now, we're just going to continue on here. And up here, I'm pretty confident that I can keep this leaf up here. So I'll push that in a bit more. And then up here, this is, I wanted it to look like busted away bark. Just, you know, like a, you know how bark just kind of ends the way it does? Yeah, he's coming. He's coming along. Yeah. All right, let's set that little mushroom in a bit better. Oh, I gotta get his little dots figured out first. Okay, so I'll say 1, 2. We'll stagger one there. Okay, let's just go. We'll go 1 here, 2 here. A kind of wider one here with a little bump. A wider guy here with a weird little thing on there. And then a couple peeking over the top. Maybe just a weird little kind of slanted one there. I didn't want to make them look too just round dots. I wanted them to kind of have like a weird the way those weird mushrooms do, you know? A good tiny guy there. How does that look? And then when it's time to do the shading, you know, the cap will be just a bit of a darker gray, and then the white little bumps will stick out. But does that look okay? Hey? That looks awesome, Larry. Cool. Send you a pic. Okay, you can make the wood grain look badass. Love it, says Chris. That looks awesome, Larry, says Suzanne. Thank you. It's looking mint, Larry, says Mark. Thank you. Don't forget to hit that like if you have not yet, says Perry. And Amy Joe's back. Hi, Amy Joe. We put some little nubbies on that happy little bugger. Now, I think he needs... I need to, yeah, open him up a tiny bit there. Bring this line a bit more. Bring there now. Oh. Yeah, just so it's easier to see and all that good stuff. And then I'm pretty confident with that little bit of grass that we got going on here for her. Yeah, I gotta remember she's a her. I'll put that in a little bit darker in spots there so it pops a bit more. The little things like that, guys, just like a little dark in here, a little dark in there, you know? Stuff like that can really help the drawing. Amy Jo says, oh yes, love it. Spike Willow, you north of the wall. Well, you guys are talking, okay, creating cars, that's good. You guys chitty chat. I just have to have a little puff of my tobacco. My background tobacco. And a sip of my coffee. My goodness, do I ever want a shade? Did I mention that? Bring him in there a little bit more. Where'd I put my 6B? But one thing I can do, like I was mentioning, like starting to darken up the outline once I'm super confident. One thing I can do is go in here with the different pencils, right? Because I'm only in 6B right now. I've only hit her with the 6B, so I can go in with the 2B, and then the 3B, and the 4B, right? And those are all the darker leads. And that really gets things popping. I hope that I did that. That was the right call. Warrior Chris, one of the admins, said don't change the ear yet until you have the letters drawn in. And I agreed, but then I was just thinking about it, and it was like one of those things where it's like, no, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna frickin' do her to it, right? And just get her done. What I could do is like put some lines up here to kind of accentuate that ear, right? Since we're putting a little bit of the wood grain in the K and stuff. I won't go too crazy with that right now. Gonna leave that there. Actually, looking at through the thing, I don't think I want that one there. See how that maybe just a little. Just have it go past a little. Yeah, like that. Take that one back. I take it back. I take it all back. Yeah. Coming along, guys. Working on a little baby mushroom. Got to sharpen the old tool there, guys. Give me a moment. So yeah, lots of people working on lots of cool stuff, man. I was skimming through the old subscription feed there with my friends, seeing all my friends and fam are doing on YouTube, and you guys are just doing amazing stuff. I'm so proud of all of you. Amy Jo is killing it, making another really cool book. Mark Tries to Carve just finished up this double-sided shelf that he carved, man, this corner shelf. I believe it's a corner shelf. But oh my God, was it so cool. That might be the cutest fly agaric I've ever seen. Is that the name of the mushroom? I was trying to figure out what those mushrooms were. Just now editing that video I did record. Well, that's great, Amy Jo. Love to see them. Love to see your creations come to be. That's so cool about all of our YouTube channels is we're inspiring each other, you know? That frickin' line is still a bit off. I can see it. But yeah, we just, we kind of all feed off each other and inspire, and then with the challenges, with the different challenges that people hold, it's awesome. It's so awesome. I just get behind on them. That's my problem. And oh yeah, what else? Other news. For Kindred Spirits news, I got the package from Mike at Cutsall yesterday, a couple of days, but I opened it up yesterday, and we got the fine detail special edition burr set is in-house in my hands. So that's a prize for the Kindred Spirits Woodcarver Challenge, the New Year, New Leaf Challenge. And that's an amazing burr set, man. Whoever wins that is going to be very, very happy. I got a set myself for being an affiliate now, and I'm going to do a YouTube channel of that. A YouTube video of me trying that out, and I'll use all of the burrs. They sent me a new they sent me a box of various bits as a gift for the affiliate program, and then I also have the fine detail. I have the fine detail set from when I won the Halloween, third place in the Halloween contest. I'll show you. Since I'm in the studio and all, Nefertiti Unmasked. Maybe some of you guys remember her. Nefertiti Unmasked. And what I mean by that is, like, you know, the whole ancient alien vibe. So that's how I got my fine detail set. I won third place. That was pretty cool. So what I'm trying to babble at here is that I'm going to do a unboxing and review of my fine details that I won. And then I'm going to use the ones that they sent me for the affiliate program and do just a you know, a Cutsall shout out kind of video, and that'll be coming up soon. I'll just do like I'll do one wood spirit or whatever I carve, and I'll use just those burrs. Actually, Suzanne just did that, because you know who else just got an affiliate spot? Rhinestone Suzanne. Yes, yes, she did. Oh yeah, there she says. She said, "Heck yeah, Larry, I got mine. Congratulations, sister. Isn't that cool? Isn't that neat, eh? It's really, really special to, you know, be recognized by the companies that make our tools. Like, how cool is that? When I started carving, you know, during the lockdown days there, I never ever thought that I would get to what I'm doing right now. You know, it's just crazy. It's crazy how everything has happened, and I've gotten here with the help of some really, really good friends and mentors. Jordy at Carving Fusion has helped me out immensely, and I also in-house, I was talking about the prizes. Jordy sent me a box over, and he sent over the Marathon micro carver. It's a used, but it's a good little micro carver, and he donated that plus 2 carvings. Well, actually, since we're just talking here, and I'll take a little break, I'm gonna grab the carvings that he's donating. Yes, and that Nefertiti Unmasked, I did a full makers video of her. So if anybody's interested, I really put a lot of, as for this one, I put a lot of time and effort into that video for Nefertiti Unmasked. There's this. Sign it. Two brothers, one vision. But I did, so in my makers videos, in my long form videos, if anybody wants to see that, it's one doozy. It's a doozy of a doozy. And it's like, it includes all of the, oh, there's all, it's an up and down, it's a saga. It's a saga, guys. Okay, here's one. This is a prize for the Kindred Spirits Challenge. Current challenge. I'm Jordy. Pretty cool, eh? So that's one. And this is the other. It's a antique buoy. We get a lot of these washed up on our beaches out here. Hey Josh, how you doing? Electric Whittler's here, guys. Pretty cool, eh? Little eagle on the buoy with the abalone inset eye. Very cool. So those are prizes for the New Year New Leaf with the Marathon, the used Marathon microcarver. So yeah, cool. It's good news. It's exciting stuff, and like I said, like Jordy has helped immensely in my carving journey. I'm gonna do a couple dots out here, just like, you know how people have. Do I want dots on his nose? Maybe not. Maybe a tree spirit doesn't have pores. I think I get better without the dots. But yeah, he's an immense help in my carving journey and supporting many others. And he always gives prizes and donations to the group when we hold challenges. And that's just awesome. I'm gonna work. Sorry that I jump around the way I do, but as I'm doing stuff and as I'm babbling here, I see things that I just want to quickly grab while I'm seeing it. Yeah, I'm starting to really like that flow. Pete Blair is another person that's really helped me out in my journey. Just recently, he's been helping me with computer stuff. My phone is frickin' full. I don't know what goes on with those phones, man, but I'm pretty darn sure that after they run out of their, your term is up for that model, like the batteries start to go, so the batteries don't hold a charge, and then I swear that the memory gets less and less or something. I don't know what's happening with the thing. But yeah, the other day I was uploading my video, and it said it was not enough memory to upload my video to YouTube. And let me tell you, you want to talk about having a little tiny panic attack. I had one. My goodness. And so I was just like, yeah, that's frick this. And yeah, Pete gave me a hand with some electronics, and he hooked me up with some old stuff that he's not using anymore. So he got on there and like talked me through it all and how to do it and how to make files on the computer. And so what I was doing was transferring over all of my pictures from my phone and all of my videos from my phone. You go in there and you select all, and then you create a file in your computer, and then you import them over there. Then once they're all imported, you export them back into your library in Photos on the Mac. Oh, it was like, oh my goodness, man. I thought I was going to start screaming because I'm not good at that stuff. And you know what? There's like, that helpless feeling like when you can hands-on manually work on something, and you know, if something messes up, you can fix it. You can figure it out. You can problem shoot. But with computers, man, like, if they do something, there ain't no, like, you can Google, but it's just such a helpless freaking feeling. My God. They're just not my thing. And then the other day, I was posting on Facebook and saying, help me, help me. The sky is falling. My phone is dying or whatever. And you know who came to help as well? Bubba did. And that's Amy Jo's shining star of a son. And he's an awesome guy. And he helped me in the beginning when I was playing with Suno and making music. Bubba helped me. And then now he helped me, talk me through, gave me all the, like, the how to use a USB stick so that I could you know, free up some space that way. Well, what I ended up doing is putting it all onto this computer, this used computer that I got. So, whoa. So we're safe for now. I got 128 storage on my phone, and it's sitting at 96% full. But the other day there, when I was trying to do my stuff, it was at 126 out of 128. And that's why it wouldn't upload to YouTube. Jeez, man. But what my babbling point was is that I think that I think they make those phones so that everything kind of goes kaput after a couple of years, and then you got no choice but to upgrade. Dalen's here. Hello, Dalen. Hello, Dalen. Macs are so much better to use when the PC they trigger the F out of me too. Hello, Dalen. Thank you for popping by. Dalen's handmade working, guys. He's a great guy and a great part of the whole woodworking community. As is the Electric Whittler there, as is the Carving Wizard, as is Rhinestone Suzanne, as is Amy Jo, as is Grumpy, as is Creighton Carves. Creighton Carves says, I'm off to bed, got water in the morning. Thank you. Hey, no problem, Dalen. I do try and watch your videos when I can. I'm just there's so many, and I try to get in there for all. Good night, Creighton. I believe you're across the pond. Thank you very, very much for coming by. Really appreciate it. Suzanne, how are things going? So everybody's just talking. So I'm going to keep on piddling away here. Because as I get close, slowly work on it, it will complete. And in the end, it'll be just marvelous. Well, I hope. Couple little lines there on his lip. I don't know if you noticed, but I'm right here, like as I'm drawing, sometimes it's just like, oh, okay, there's a mole. And you just put it in there. You'll be able to see it a lot better when I can shade it. So that's when the real magic happens. You start putting those shades in and those shadows, and my goodness, does a drawing ever come to life. And that's what I did with Geordie's. I did Geordie's all out in pencil like this. And then after we took all the pictures, and Frank Bell, I believe his name was, we sent the pictures off to Frankie Bell, who was a part of the wood carving group. I haven't seen him post anything in a long time. But Frank helped with that logo. And so we sent those pictures off to Frankie Bell, and then he digitized them And once we got the okay, and he sent like a couple different pictures, and you'll in Carving Fusion, if any of you guys are aware, it's that sticker. This one. So that's the logo I designed, and then we also did one that doesn't have the sun, and it's just the tree is just bigger on kind of like a rocky shore. But you see, that's how you can add color, right? After it's digitized. Oh, Suzanne have to go? Okay, Larry, I gotta go. Have a great night, sister. Thank you for popping in. Phone about to die. I gotta go. Looks great, Larry. Thank you, Perry. I really appreciate you coming, brother. You charge up that phone. So yeah, that was the logo I did, and that's after you can add some digital color, right? So that's an option of what we can do with this one. I haven't talked to Frankie Bell, but I'm hoping I can find somebody that can help. But yeah, looking at it through here, this here looks like it's a bit. Oh, I'll fix all that up when I'm, like I say, over top of it, squatting over top of it. Oh, Robert C. Peters is here. Hello, Mr. Peters. Are you at work? Oh, he's driving and listening. You be safe. You be safe. And thank you for popping in, sir. Just working on the old Kindred Spirits logo. And chit-chatting with all the amazing folks. I'm going to have a couple lines on his lip there. Maybe some just light ones. Yeah. And then I was thinking maybe a couple more laugh lines, or smile lines, I should say. There. Temp tooth. Oh, you got a temporary tooth, that's right. I just saw Robert type temp tooth in caps. Yes, Robert got the temporary tooth. One of his front munchers. Dalen says that logo is going to come out awesome. Thank you very much, sir. Tim List, Robert, yikes on the temp tooth. Yeah, Robert has been missing one tooth there for a bit, so it's good news. It's good news. So we all want our front two teeth. Oh. Okay. Coming along. He's coming along. I'm gonna sing a little song. He's coming along. A little bit more there. I don't think I want to, but I will bring the little grass, the little bunch lines here on the grass down a bit. But not all at the exact same length, or else it won't look natural. Yeah, I'm starting to like that. And I was thinking too, like a person could also do different, like you could just do the KS and have that as a sticker or something. We're gonna have to see how everything turns out. But yeah, I kind of want to like go off a little bit and like I really want to come off that behind here and make a little leaf in there. But will it translate properly like it's coming from this P is my question. Also, I need to make this line go straight up from down there. From there. So much over analyzing, man. By the time I'm done a drawing. Oops. You guys think I'd pick apart my carvings? You ain't seen nothing yet. Yeah, when I get going on the drawing, man, it gets pretty crazy. Now, do I want to... I'm wondering if this should come out a bit further, but no, I'm not going to do that. If anything, I'm going to like make this come up a little tiny bit, like a little tiny bit of a... Like I could have this come up like a little bit of the tree, and just every so often on these letters add a little... have it, you know, coming out. I'll show you what I mean. I'm thinking I'll just do it lightly. Let's see if I... Sprout coming out, yeah. Mark tries to carve. Hello. Mark says, you're making me want to draw, Larry. The T in spirit would look cool as a sword. Hey, that's a good idea. I love it when everybody's minds get a cooking. Because amazing ideas. And I saw you're helping Perry do, are you helping him make a logo or a sticker or? Little sprout coming off. Yeah, that thingy. You know what I'm saying there. Hello, John. Thank you for popping in, sir. I think I'm going to do that, spike that little sprout because, oh, but I really sank that frickin' eye line in, didn't I? But I think if I do that, kind of like that. You know, just little things here and there. So that way I could come off that P. And have a little leaf in there. So I really do want a leaf in there. It's great to be here, says John. Hello, John. Dalen had Rusty on his show. Dalen does really cool like lives, but with people, like interviews. I don't know, do you guys do a co-live stream? Or are they recorded? Anyways, what I'm trying to say is he has other woodworkers and other, you know, creators and carvers and just amazing woodworkers on his show. And it's really cool. It's really cool to watch and listen. And keep it up, Dalen. You make good contact and you make good art and good woodworking. That happy little mushroom, man. She sure makes me happy. Yeah, I'm coming off that P. Okay, so if I came right across, I go. It would be a little thing like that. Does that translate okay? We try, oh, Dalen says, we try to help promote small and big channels because every subscribe counts. That is totally right. I really should be working on these gnomes, but I'm running on 4 hours sleep and don't want to skin myself. Next year they'll have to bring me back on when I'm not so shy and awkward. Oh yeah, because Amy Jo went on there. Went on to Dalen's and did a little interview. Yeah, I think that's cool. Now that's gonna like make my brain happy. Yeah, get some rest, Mark. And that's really, really cool what you're doing. Mark made a whole bunch of little, like a little basic gnome, a gnomie, all sanded and stuff, and ready for a painting. And he's gonna take it to the kindergartens, I believe it's kindergartens, and let them all paint their gnomes. That's awesome. That's a great idea, man. I wonder if I could do a little. I'm thinking it needs a sister leaf. Yeah, it needed to. Okay. And that line isn't right on that bugger. Gotta get all these little things right or else they will haunt me. So, it'll come off there and go like this and then they're hump this way. And then gently. Too little. Next time you're when I'm wearing a bikini. One piece or two. Just sub Dalen. Dalen is one in the bikini, is the one in the bikini. Creation Dust is here. That's a sick design. Thank you, sir. How are you doing, Josh? How was your carve today, sir? I'm sorry I couldn't make that one. I've got a lot going on in my day today. But I really wanted to pop over and say hello because I truly appreciate it and I love to support. You do really great work. Creation Dust, you guys, you see Creation Dust 777. He is a really wicked chainsaw carver and just all around wood carver. And if you haven't subbed yet, check him out. Awesome, awesome stuff. And he's always got the amazing help with the camera. I'm trying to talk my wife into doing it for me to one day do that as and be my camera person. But so far she's just like, meh. and also for my lives, she's at work. But someday I might get her, because my wife is an artist herself, and a really good one. And if you put a task to her, she'll do it good. Just like in anything she does, she's an amazing cook, like a chef, and a baker, and a candlestick maker. And I ain't shitting. She does all of it. And she puts up with Wowwy. She puts up with my crazy butt. I just think it's really, really cool, Josh, that you guys are a team that way. That's cool. And when I started this whole, I didn't ever want to, it wasn't like, oh my God, I want to be famous and right off the bat and boom, boom, boom. My biggest thing is about inspiring people and getting people to try their hand at art. And then I told Katie that if all things, if everything works out okay, I may even be able to contribute to the bill someday with the help of our YouTube. And so she agreed, and just by that, it's like we are a team already. And so I would really, really like to make that happen and have the sharing and inspiring. I don't know, I want to say teaching, because I'm not a teacher. I'm still a learner. But if I could have being on here and doing this and have it like help financially a little bit, well, that's just awesome. You already subbed. Everybody subbing and helloing. Credit where credit is due, Josh. That's right. Casey is the best, and you guys are best friends. Is Casey's your wife? My wife is Katie. Nice to meet you, Casey. If you're out there, you do great work. Really good camera person. So yeah, I'm just gonna, any little spot that just doesn't look quite right to me, I'll be like, screw it, meow, put a little sprouty. Don't like this over there, meow, sprouty. Because there are no rules. That's the frickin' thing that I just love about art. Well, I guess there are certain rules when you do certain things, but for the majority of it, there are no rules. The thing where I find is rules is you need the support of your spouse. It truly makes a difference, says Grumpy. It's true. It's true. And Katie really supports me. She really does. And she encourages me, because as much as I like to say, I got her all. I know exactly what I'm doing, and I got her all doing. Truth is that I'm insecure and not always that sure of myself too, and she always encourages me. I guess you could say she's probably one of my biggest fans, and not in the misery not in the book Misery kind of fan. She doesn't want to bash my ankles in. Black Widow Worker, hey there! Casey Sargent, hello Casey! Nice to meet you! Good job, Wowwy, your candle was really cool too. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Labra the candelabra. Black Widow's here. Tim, thank you for coming. I know you were working and you wanted to make it. Black Widow woodworking Spike. I went to a bad place because of something similar with my first marriage. Oh, I'm not sure. I didn't catch that part. But I'm sorry for any relationships that didn't work out. That's never good. Never fun for anyone. But I got pretty lucky with mine. And yeah, I was talking about art and not having any rules, but that to a certain degree. But when you're like because sometimes she'll try and get me to cook and bake with her. Oh my God, let's talk about rules. Like if there's a recipe, you can't just go off and do. You have to. Everything has to be just perfect and to a T. And oh my goodness. Like when I make Wowwy'z wings, and I make really, really good spaghetti sauce. And those are kind of my things. I'm really good at spicing hamburgers. You know what you do when you're spicing hamburgers? I tell ya, Lowry's seasoning salt. That will kind of give them almost like an A&W taste. Put them in when you mix them all together. Put it in there with garlic salt and onion salt, and and then when you're cooking your burger, a little sprinkle Lowry's on top. But when you're mixing it all together, a couple splashes of soy sauce, and a couple splashes of Frank's Red Hot, and then put those spices in, and then mash your meat all together. Hot dog. Hot dog. Urban is here. Hello, Urban Makings. Urban Makings. Thank you for popping in. It's looking good, 100%, he says. Thank you. Thank you very much. Slow but sure, Wowwy'z. Urban, how is Oreo doing? Oh, is it your pet? Oreo? Grumpy says you gotta frank it up. That's right, Frank's Red Hot, man. It's awesome. So that's how I make my stuff. And I just kind of go like, healthy, heavy doses. And my wife was like, "What are you doing?" And I said, "You know what? There was a time," she's always worried about salt. And I always say, there was a time when there was no money. Spice was the money. And you know why it changed mankind? Because it made things taste frickin' better. So you got to use it. And then she's just like, "Get out of the kitchen. You're out of here." Oh, Oreo is the cutest little black and white goat you've ever seen. Aww. That's awesome. So Urban's Makings has a little goat. Is that ever cool? I've always wanted a goat. I had a girlfriend once, and she had them, and she said never ever again. And I'd say, "Why not? They're awesome." And she'd look at me and she said, "They're of the devil." And apparently her goats would always climb their cars and really make a mess of their cars. Little bastards. And then here in Victoria, here where I live out on the island, we have a farm downtown. It's like a kid's farm, and there's like peacocks and bunnies and all sorts of different things that kids can go and look at the cages and get right close up to them. But they got baby goats, and every year they do a baby goat run. And so it's springtime, and people come down, and there's people that line up on either side of the fence, and all the baby goats are in the barn. And then when it's time, they open up the doors and they say, "Come on, babies!" And all these little baby goats come running out, and it's on like TV on our local news, and it happens every year. Come on, babies! It's pretty cute. And I have to say that I've been down there a couple of times for the running of the goats. And we were feeding ducks, and we were feeding squirrels, and a squirrel bit Katie. And that's my story. You've always wanted a ram skull with its horns. It's been on my wish list for a year. What type of ram, Spike? This kind? Because I also have a skull with a Himalayan goat. I have a skull, and it's a Himalayan goat, and the horns are kind of a spiral that my uncle sent me. So, and I don't know what we're gonna do with yet. So, just to let you know, Spike, I don't have a ram with. I don't have a full skull with those big ram horns, but the other one that I do have, Himalayan. Maybe just Google it, take a look. They've actually slid off of the skull because those horns slide off, and then there's like this weird inner core that's all porous of bone. So they've slid off, so they could be shipped. So that's just a thought, maybe something. If you really need them for something, I would help you out. But yeah, aren't they awesome? And I actually saw somebody, like I never thought of it, because like looking at it, you'd think it's only like maybe a half-inch thick. But I saw somebody on a carving channel the other day. They carved all of this, and it looked like, you know, like when you carved antler, and it looked like it really, really held the carve good. And they went pretty deep in spots, and I was like surprised. So maybe that will become a carving someday. Hang it so that the person could put flowers in it with a carving. But yeah, that's been sitting, waiting for its curtain call, so to speak. Is Claire here? Good evening, my carving buddies. I made it. Hello, Claire. Everybody, Claire told me is here. One of the amazing admins for Kindred Spirits Wood Carvers. Just happens to be the logo that we are working on here. How are you doing, Claire? Claire's from France. Claire's tuning in from France. So right now, I would say it's like, what, 11? Yes, Claire Bear is her nickname. Is it 11:17 there? Thank you for tuning in. I know it's hard. Claire said, like, what the time slot that I've chosen here is when it, in her time, they've all had supper and they're all cuddled up and watching TV and having movies and drowsing off. When my stupid butt gets on here, so 12:18. See, it's hard. I'm sorry, sister. I swear that I'm gonna have a very, very special edition of WIP Wednesdayz for all my folks across the pond, and do it. I'll do it like at 11 my time or whatever, and it'll be like 10. Something that's not god awful and hard to tune into. Thank you, Claire. And see, Claire, I extended the K. And it's 11 p.m. in the UK, so Claire's an hour ahead. Claire is Amy Jo says hello, Claire. So Claire is an hour ahead of Wheels and Spike. I think that's how it works. So I truly appreciate all of you guys for staying up and doing this. And you know, I got Wheels and Spike on the mod squad there, and they stay up and tune in so that they can come and help me out. And I just really, really appreciate it. So yeah, Claire, we've just been working on them. Look at that little mushroom. Ree-hoo! Kindred spirit. There's the protector. I think he's coming along pretty good. Does that look more like a K now? And I'm slowly getting those letters in. But my God, are they ever... I just can't do it right here, right? Because I would have to be... I just can't... I have to be sitting on the floor and doing it. But hey, it's cool. It's cool for me to work on the details. It's probably a lot more entertaining for me to work on the details while you guys are here. Yep, you got it. Sweet. Because you have to, this is for all of us, Claire, right? Yes, that's right, bro, says Spike. Okay, so I got the times right. That looks clear, and once it's colored, I think it'll be even better, says Claire. Thank you. Wheel says no bother at all. Thank you very much, Wheels. Until It's Gone Carving is who I call Wheels, guys. If you know, you know. And he's another wicked carver, guys. Check out his social media. Tim says, looking amazing. Thank you, brother. I'm starting to really like this whole thing. Because in the beginning, I always just see all of the flaws. But he's coming together now, and it's all jiving. And then once we take the pictures, Claire, I was explaining how that all works with adding color digitally. But after we've taken the pictures to do the color, I'm going to go in here and go mad crazy shading, like I did for Jordy's final. If any of you guys saw after we took all those pictures for this, after we got to this point and everybody gave me the okay, then I just went crazy with my shaders, and I drew and I did this drawing in black and white, and I framed it for him. He hasn't done much. He hasn't done any videos on it or anything. He showed it in one video, but he needs to make a video about that, because that drawing took me I worked on it for over 2 years because we changed a lot of things. His name is Chris. Yes, Chris is Until It's Gone Carving, and our nickname for him is Wheels. Everything's spiked. My carving table is getting full, says Tim. Yes, Tim, your gnome homes and your new little wood spirits are looking just great, brother. It's so great to see, because Tim had to do Black Widow woodworking, had to go off for a spell and work in Kelowna while his family was back in Alberta, and he couldn't carve at all. And we were in contact a lot throughout the time and stuff, and I was trying to keep him inspired and not too bummed. And now he's back at home and carving when he can, because work always comes first, right? Gotta pay the bills. Thanks, bro. I'm loving being back, says Tim. Black Widow Woodworking. Good to hear, meh, but keep on going. Thanks, bro. I'm loving being back. Yeah, he couldn't carve for a while, and that's not fun ever. Any of us carvers, we know what it's like, man. It's like a Jones that you go through like no other when you can't express yourself. And then you get to see all of these amazing carvers on our woodworking group, for those that are part of the woodworking group, and get to see all their amazing creations. And it just it tickles me. What's the word? Tickles me pink or something? I don't know what that sounds. That sounds dirty, but it really makes me happy, man. Claire says, we love you, Wheels. Yes, we do, Amy Jo. I pulled my back whilst in the UK, and I'm slowly getting better, but I'm impatient to finish my Sea Dragon. Did you pull your back, Claire? Oh my goodness. Yeah, well, if you want to ever talk about back pain, you know where to where to find a veteran in me. But I'm really sorry to hear that, because I honestly don't wish it upon anybody. It's the worst pain that I've ever had to endure and live with. I can tell you that much. Changes your whole life. Changes it like that. Puts your life puts your world that you had on its ear. And then you gotta learn to adapt. I hope you heal and feel better really, really soon, Claire. And Claire started, her first entry for the New Year, New Leaf was a little tiny fox, but she decided not to put a leaf on his nose. And she started a sea dragon now. And it's the first time I've ever seen it. It's like a seahorse, but I think they're called a sea dragon. And is it ever neat, man? It's got all of these like leafy appendages things coming off of it. And it's looking sweet, man. Injuries are no fun. No, that's right, Josh. It's nothing compared to some of you guys, but it's frustrating at the same time, says Claire. It is, man. And it's just like little things. Like picking up my dog, you know? Or bending over to clean the cat litter. Like stupid little shit I will be doing. And then it's like, whoa. And then I'm in freaking bad pain for like a week. And I'm not kidding. Like I'm like, sometimes it'll be like pain that I just have to lay there on my pulled out couch thing and lay flat and horizontal until it subsides. And it's the weird little things you do. If you bend over and you turn wrong, and it doesn't have to necessarily be a heavy thing. It's just, it is irritating, man. Alan Terry's here. Hello, Big Al. Thanks for popping in, sir. It's great when Big Al can pop in. And before I forget, guys, I wanted to also say, if you don't know yet, Spike is doing a rally. It's like a GoFundMe, but it's through a different operation, a different company. And it's on my Facebook, but I'm going to be sharing it again. I wish I could throw the link up here. I don't know how to do that. I don't know if Wheels can do that. But please, if anybody watching, Spike's doing a rally for a new wheelchair that he really, really needs. And I know everybody in the tribe, and I know I can speak for all of us, we all want to see him get there really, really badly. And so if you can, look into that. And every little dollar helps. And then when I saw Big Al there, it made me, think about Spike, because Big Al was one of the few people that helped Tiff when their house burnt down. And I did a video for Tiff and her family, and Big Al stepped up. And I'll never forget that, sir. Thank you very much for doing that. And Tiff will never forget it. Their family, they're just such good people. And I've spoken to Tiff, and they're doing a lot better. Their little house, as far as I know, is getting better, week by week. They're getting a better setup. There it is. Thank you, Wheels. Yes, my new legs. Ha ha ha, says Spike. Oh, Mark tries to car, says, yeah, I hear you, Larry. I've thrown up my back tie and my shoes. And you're not kidding. Nope, I blew my disc picking up a pack of smokes when it did rupture. Did you? Tim, I didn't know you had ruptured discs. Frick, man, there's so many of us that are the same, in the same boat. And that's kind of how we found carving, is because we're at home trying to do something with ourselves before we go buck-ass crazy. So Wheels just threw it up there. It's justgiving.com page Spike. It's that link there, guys. That's the link. And every dollar counts. And I'm going to be doing a video. A couple different people have done shout-out videos for Spike. Since we're talking about Spike, look at that. The Berserker. The Berserker. To Larry. Spike. 2025. I love it, brother. It sits here right next to my station, looking at me, giving me strength. Hazar Drying, hello! Thank you, Hazar. Sorry if I don't say it right. Not sure why it's not highlighted. Is there a way I can... Should I pin it? Chris? So it goes to the top? we were all broken and realized what life is about. Yeah. Are you ever right about that, Spike? We're all broken to some degree. And it's truly, I will say this, and I mean this with every fabric of my being, that my life changed many times for the worse, but in the long run, what happened to me was a blessing, because I am now more passionate, I'm more compassionate, I have more empathy. I live by, I always say much love, and I live by that. I'm not pissing around when I say much love. It's a way of life. And pain gave me that. And pain made me a kinder, more gentler, understanding person. And I would never change that about myself. I would love to have the pain go away, yes, but what it's done for me since 2005, I don't even want to talk. If I'm going to keep talking, I'm going to break up. But hey, Pete's here. Hello. Pete says it still works as a link, even though it isn't highlighted. Here he comes out of the shadows. From Trees to These is here. Hello, everyone. Thanks, Pete, for popping in. That's okay. You then thought it wouldn't work. Nope, it'll work, I believe. Thank you. Hello, everyone. Claire is here. Yes. Trees to These. Don't forget. Yep, hit that like, folks. My computer only says 5. Holy smokes, eh? But let me see. Maybe if I'm going to go on my tippy toes and take a look here. Oh, no. My phone says 25 likes. Thank you, people. Thank you, folks. Not people. Thank you, folks. Hit that like button. It helps. It helps the algorithm like me a little bit more. Because me and that algorithm have had a love-hate relationship, I tell you. Nah, it's all good. It's good. I am earning it. I am earning my YouTube, my place in YouTube. I'm earning it. And I'm loving it. $26 likes now. 27, sweet. Thank you, man. Amy Jo, I gotta go check out the video. Got a link. Yes, for Amy Jo's new book. Yep, Creation's here. From Trees to These is saying hi to there. The people are the algorithm, I think. I know, Spike. The people are the algorithm. That's true, but I will tell you, and this is the honest to God truth, right when you open your channel and you post a short and you get 1 or 2 views and like 1 like, well, that's because, the people are the algorithm to an extent, but in the beginning, man, nobody's seeing your stuff. So you can't really say that, because people will get down on themselves and think that they suck because they're not getting any reaction, but it's just hard. You have to work your way in there. Oh, I sent you a sneak peek, Wowie, but then I got in a hurry and posted it to YouTube and Facebook already. Oh, Jesus. That's okay. Wheel says, I think it's voodoo. Oh, whatever it is, man. Whatever it is. Because I watch those things. Well, I don't do it anymore, but you know those videos like how to make your YouTube, how to go viral, this and that. Like I do all of that crazy crap in the YouTube studios and stuff. I do all of that stuff. And add the tags and do the end screen, and I sub, and I always, right off the bat, I always do my subtitles for the French. So my folks that I care about, that's you, Claire, and Sophie, if she's ever watching. She's getting back to it after losing her mom. But I do it right off the bat. I do my French subtitles, and I do all those things. And sometimes I think it helps, but sometimes you don't do them at all, and then it'll get a lot more likes. So it's a hard thing to try and figure out, man. It's a hard thing to try and figure out, but you just got to keep at it. You just got to keep at her. And like all things, you know, if you really want it and you want to work for it, the universe is going to find ways to make that happen for you. And that's what the laws of attraction are all about. All of that, I do a lot of studying on that kind of stuff. And what I keep hearing over and over and over again is that you can't put out the feeling that you want or need it, because needing it means you don't have it. But if you put out the energy and the prayers to the universe, to the creator, and you put out the feeling that you already have it and you're grateful, and you just live in that gratitude and just feel it, and feel you buying that house for your mom, and feel you buying that car for your mom, and feel all those things, right? Feel it like it's already happened, and then buy a lotto ticket. And I guarantee you that the universe is gonna try and help make that happen. It isn't just, you know, woo woo. This is stuff that I've been practicing, and it works. I'm guilty. I try to schedule the release of where the YouTube has a video for a few days. Don't know if it helps, but it's seen it on video once. Yeah, if you schedule it, like I do that too. I schedule it for a couple of hours. I don't do it for a couple of days. I haven't got into that yet. But what I do is I upload it, but I schedule it for 2 hours. And then I come up to the computer and I do all of the description and the end screen and stuff before it goes live. So that way it's more, you know, it's all together. It's edited better. It all, you know, it all vibes great. So your end screens, you got your little subscribe thing at the end, and your next video for the person to watch. That's all done. I just like it to come out all good to go. That's what I'm babbling about. Amy Jo says, Pete, I'm not sure how to share that stuff, but it's on my channel, Amy Jo 143. Thanks, Amy Jo. I'm old, but I think I can find it. Much appreciated. Pete, don't say that. You should have saw Pete helping me on my computer, man. This man knows computers. And so many times I was like, no, frick it, man, I can't do this. You just tell me to calm down. You're doing good. And by the end of it, I got through her. And I now have more room on my phone. And I really appreciate that. Until I get a new one. So I'm rocking the iPhone 11. And I believe the 17 is coming out. I try for at least 24 hours, do the same thing. Says Grumpy, yeah, and it's good. You know, your stuff comes out, it's good to go. All prim and proper, like they like to say. But for next, like I'm going to work on these letters and stuff, like I say, in the background. And then next week I won't be able to do it, you guys, because I have a teeth cleaning appointment. But I was thinking about it today, and I might do my live next week on Tuesday or something. And then maybe even just do it even, I'll make posts, like community posts in YouTube and on Facebook, and let people know. But I have a tooth cleaning appointment next week. I need a new phone. I just got glasses on my... I busted the glass on my camera. Oh no! Does a like count the same as a comment? Does a like and comment count for more? Oh, to the algorithm? It likes all of it. It wants to see people comment on your stuff. Hit like. Yeah, like and a comment counts way more, Alan. Those little things really help that algorithm. So many phone calls today. Sorry about that. I'm back. Not good, bro. Yeah, breaking the glass on your camera. So on the little round part, you broke the glass? That sucks, man. And like I was saying, it's such a helpless feeling when your phone, when the computer says no. And you're like, but, I need this. Computer says no. That's a shout out to any Little Britain fans. Katie really likes that show. Pete says, Amy Joe, I just opened it in another window and found it and will watch it as soon as I leave here. Thank you, Pete. She too appreciates every view. Make sure to like and comment. All right. How are we doing for time so far? We got 20 people watching. Oh, 18. They didn't like my all right. 101. Oh, that means we've done an hour and 40 minutes so far? Wheel says, yep, it kind of works, but not good enough to film. That's a bummer. Alan says, okay, I'll try and do better and do both. Sometimes it's hard to think of a comment. Yeah, I understand, sir. Gotta go, says Amy Jo. Much love, sister. Thank you. Creation Dust has to go. Thank you, Josh, for coming in. I really appreciate it, man. Steve Ince says, looking good. Thank you, sir. You have a great night, Amy Jo. Fist bumps to Jamie, and thank you to Bubba again for helping me. Just gotta do a whole lot of emojis, Alan. You guys, if you would excuse me for 1 sec, I just have to have a quick drink of water. I'll be just moments. Sorry about that, guys. Really need to have a drink of water. And I'm not sure if you guys caught it. Oh, you later there, Spike? Bye, guys. Sleep well, Spike. Thank you, Spike, once again. Thank you guys very much for being here. So there, I'm not sure if you caught it before, but there we got... That's one of the end that Jordy sent over for gifts for the New Year, New Leaf Kindred Spirits Challenge, and that carved buoy. Is that what it's called? A buoy? Signed it. But yeah, so that came in the mail. And that's pretty good. And like I was babbling about before, the Cutsall contribution came. And that's that new fine detailing burr set that just got released to the public. And that's probably like $100 Canadian. I'm not sure of the exact price. Be talking to you, Amy Joe. How's Darren Larry? He's doing okay. He got a new stocking for his leg which is kind of, thank you, Claire, for asking, which is encouraging because it's a really expensive one. Because his bad leg, it like swells up, like he can't just walking around the house, you know, to into the kitchen to get something and stuff. His leg starts to fill, right, with the fluids because he has a blood disorder. And so we got this new stocking. Darren was here earlier, but he's probably got tired of me yelling. Oh, it's about 80 bucks Canadian, says Tim. Thank you. Yep, so we got one of those coming. New detail burst set. But Darren's leg, you know, it swells, so that's why he can barely do anything in the daytime. He goes and takes his picture at Roberts Bay. Down, it's in Sydney. It's a beach close to his house, and my mom drives him down, and they have their special places they sit. And anybody who's friends with Darren on Facebook will see that he posts beautiful, beautiful pictures. He's a really good photographer. But that's about as much as he can do. But he's got this new stocking that's like, I don't know, $700 or $800, a really expensive thing that he seemed to be encouraged and, you know, positive about it, which is, you know, it's just so great to hear, you know, a little bit of hope in his voice. Electric Whittler has to go. Good night, guys. I hope you all have a wonderful evening. Thank you, Josh, for coming. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it, brother. And so, yes, Claire, he's got his new stocking. He's pretty hopeful that it's going to be better and give him a little bit more time each day up and at him. And I just love him. I want the very best for my brother. Thank you for asking, Claire. I won't ramble too much longer here, guys. I don't want to take off. You know, we're coming up on to 4 o'clock for a 2-hour. I will, Claire. Claire says, hope so. Say hi for me. I most definitely will. And he really appreciates it. He loves coming on here and talking to you all. He is, if anybody's watching and they don't know, my channel is called Wowwy'z Workshop because my nickname is Wowwy, my family nickname. When I was little, I couldn't say Larry. So when I was 3, and I had a kitten, and I would say, my name is Wowwy Bid, and I'm Fwee. And this is my kitten, and she's Fwee. And my family just loved it. My mom loved it, and so my mom would call me Wowwy, because I couldn't say Larry. So that is why the channel is called Wowwy'z Workshop. And then the E in work is because of my growing up in Alberta, and everybody trying to push me to go work in the rigs. And the way they would say work was always like, working. Why aren't you working? Are you working, Larry? Come on, you gotta be working. You can't draw. That ain't work. So it's just something in me, working with an E. And my art is my work. It's my soul's work. So that's why I included the work, the E in the workshop. So it's Wowwy'z Workshop. And there's a Z because all my life I've liked Z. I always thought it was the forgotten letter. And I'll use it as an S in certain spots. So just being true to myself and who I am, Wowwy'z Workshop. Spelt the way I do. And that's why I did it. But our family, our art handle, my brother and I are 2 brothers, 1 vision. So that's why you always see me flashing the 2 brothers, 1 vision and stuff in the shorts and everything else. It's at the end of everything because it's our family. I'm ride or die, 2 brothers, 1 vision forever. And so yeah, that's a little bit of a ramble on why I call myself what I do. Because my work is being an artist and sharing my talents with the world. It wasn't I wasn't meant to be on a camp at some rig. It wasn't my calling. And I worked at all those. I did work with an E. I spent a lot of time working. But I was always very, very very, very sad inside. So when I started the channel, I spelt it that way to be true to myself and my journey, but also just a little throw out to the universe, you know. I'm here. I'm doing what I'm meant to be doing. Watch over me and help me. Help me make this happen. And help me make this channel and this mission a success. And that's the story about our names. Two Brothers, One Vision was because, well, we're two brothers together, but we do this art that's so crazy and unique, you know. Our rapping and what we do with copper and stuff is just, the only person that gets it the way the only person that gets Darren is me when it comes down to how we create together. And so that's how I came up with the name Two Brothers, One Vision, is because we both see it. When we look at something, we see it together. But as far as the rest of the world, you know, it's they probably think we're whack jobs. But him and I are we're connected in many ways, and that includes in our creating. And Two Brothers, One Vision will always be the core group. So we have a Facebook and Instagram. Please look up Two Brothers, One Vision and give us a like and a follow, because that really helps. Claire says, when the kids left school, people were pushing me to go out to work, but I'm happy to call carving my work. Yes, I'm going to hit some hearts on that one, man. You do your work, Claire. You do it to it. You do it to it, sister. And I am one of your biggest fans, Claire, just so you know. I love what you do. You're very talented. So yes, that's about what all I'm going to do for today as far as the drawing is concerned. I'm seeing things here and there, but already I was saying to that point where I can only go so far before it starts to get a bit too crazy. So that's probably getting to the point of enough line work in him. And now I just gotta get my butt in gear and get those letters drawn in. And I'm loving everybody's ideas. I think what I'll do is I will kind of tie them together through, not like a root system per se, but little sprouty things coming here and there, so it all looks like it's part of the original wood spirit, right? And I'll put in some wood grain in the S, and just little bits here, little touches here and there. And yeah, I think that's going to be pretty darn cool. And then we're going to have stickers, and we're going to have t-shirts. I can't recall, Pete might know what the stores are called when you open up a store and then have the merch. But coming along nicely, says Wheels. Claire says, looks good with the hard eyes. Still driving. Robert's still here. Thank you, brother. Be safe. Going to look just awesome for sure, says Grumpy. Thank you, sir. I think it's pretty darn neat. I'm looking at it through the computer here. Yeah, I think that's gonna work. I just hope I got these coming out totally parallel and even. I'm pretty sure I've been looking at it and look at it, that the lines are all parallel. But I'll get working on that in the background. And when I'm back again for my next WIP Wednesday, like I said, I might not be here next week. Well, I won't be here on Wednesday next week. I might come in on another day. but I have a tooth cleaning appointment. But next time we're going to be back in the creation station in the carving area, and I'm going to be working on a piece. I believe it's a really neat, it's a gnome homey thing with it's a really crazy piece of driftwood, and I call it Keep the Home Fires Burning, and it's dedicated to my grandfather who passed, and it's this really funky, it's gonna be a light piece, another light piece, and I'm gonna use a flame LED bulb, not like the one on Labra, a bigger one that makes the real fire, the simulated fire. And I'm going to be working on that. So I'm going to be in landscape mode in the creation station, and I'll be working, there's a big knot in it where I'm going to wood burn, keep the home fires burning, and that's dedicated to Grandpa Dib. And that's what we'll be working on next week. So we just got to switch it up, can't be all too much drawn. We can't be too, Labra took a lot of continued episodes, so I don't want to get people bored. Oh, Wheel says I may have to get that K as a tattoo. That would be wicked, bro. Wouldn't that look great, eh? That would be a sick tat. Oh, fourth wall. Easy peasy. That's right, Pete. Thank you. So what the goal is when this is all done and stuff, we'll get it digitized and everything else, and then have it and open a fourth wall store for the Kindred Spirits Wood Group, and then we can have some merch, and that'll be great, I think. I don't know if I leave that. I'll just lighten that line up a little bit there, but just can't do too much, man. Too much. You took too much. Little shout out to one of my favorite movies, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. Terry Gilliam, man. I'm a Terry Gilliam fan all the way. Brazil, Time Bandits. Time Bandits is probably one of my most top favorite movies, but Fear and Loathing is right in there. Terry Gilliam, man. Love him. Sorry, guys. It's time to get to bed. Love chatting with y'all. Thank you, Claire. Speak soon. Yes, we will, Claire. Thank you. And thank you for helping me with the feedback. And I hope the K looks a bit more pronounced now. Much love to you, sister. Give my best to the husband and family. And yeah, guys, I'm going to wrap it up for 4 o'clock. So just in closing, if anybody has any questions or anything, everybody just wants to say goodnight. Yes, hope that your back lets up, Claire. I have a really good, if you're interested, I have a really good yoga stretching exercise that gives me relief. And I did it before I came today because it helps me with standing. I'll send it in Messenger just in case you want to try it. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt. Do you want me to send the link for Spike on Messenger? Keep the light shining. Thank you, Tim. Thank you, Brother Lighthouse. All advice welcome. Okay, Claire, I'll send it. It only takes 20 minutes, and it really helps. Helps me. Any upcoming music vids? I'm thinking of doing some stuff, Alan. It's nice to know that there's people that appreciate me and my stupid guitar songs. But I do have some music coming down the line. And I'll share it if there's people that want to watch it and listen. I most definitely will share it. Thank you for appreciating the music, Alan. And I got, I'm starting to wonder if I should do just a playlist, because music, of course, is one of the most major art mediums. I might just start a playlist and because I have lots of my own original, my guitar and playing acoustic guitar and singing songs. I wouldn't say country. Some of them are kind of Pearl Jam-y, kind of Nirvana-ish, but I have a lot of my own original music. And I've always kind of been afraid to share it because somebody's going to steal it and this and that, and I have to get it copyrighted first. But that never happens. So I'm starting to think I'm gonna start doing just one takes, just me and my guitar, and share some of my original music. So if any of you guys are interested, I will do that. Hey guys, fashion eggs, they sell. Wooden eggs, yes. Robert's been selling his wooden eggs. You're doing great, Robert. Keep shining, Mr. Lighthouse. You're doing really, really good, sir. You got my support. Alan says, sounds good on the music. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. And I appreciate all of you guys for coming. Thank you, Wheels. Thank you, Claire. Thank you, Black Widow. Thank you, Spike. He's in bed right now. Thank you, Pete. Thank you, Alan. Thank you, Robert. Thank you, Steve Ince. Thank you, one of my kindred spirit brothers. Black Widow, Tim. Amy Jo's gone. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody that's been coming and continues to come and support me. Sophie's here. Sophie. Sister, I'm sorry. Hi, how are you doing? I'm going to give you some hearts here, sister. We sure have missed you. And I got to catch up on your videos. That's okay. That's okay. I've got it to a point where I've got to pull back now on the details until we figure out what these colors are going to be. But I think that's a pretty cool start to a logo. Coming and seeing how it's come out of my wonky brain. Oh, Mark says, I know what you mean. I used to put my drawings online, then I started seeing some of them online but slightly altered, and then people taking credit for it. Yeah, I know. And it's a shitty kind of feeling, right? Until all great live. See you next week. Thank you, Wheels. Teal and Brown says so. Great idea. We are going to add some color. Very cool. Love it, says Steve. Thank you, sir. And thank you, Steve, for coming. I really appreciate you, brother. Appreciate each and every one of you. I hope you guys all have a great week. I'm going to be working hard on finishing my New Year, New Leaf snail. And I was going to do that today, but then it dawned on me that I'm in the middle of making a maker's video. So if I do it on live, I won't have footage. So I was like, gotta draw another day. Gotta draw. But I'll be working on the snail. And that maker's video will be coming up real soon, guys. Stay crazy. Yep, good night. Good night, Wheels. Thank you very much, Chris. Much love to you, bro. Thank you for being in the mod squad. Thank you, so. I love you too, sister. Thank all of you guys. And like I said, I will made a manzanita for my son. Oh, the egg. Stay frosty, folks. Love you all. Got to get back to it. Have a great day. Keep it up, Robert. You're doing great, sir. Drive safe. Thank you, Steve. Much love, brother. Much love to all of you guys. And that'll be it for today. Wowie out. Much love.